Welcome to a new deep dive. We're taking a stack of information this time. It's a pretty comprehensive market report and unpacking the most important insights for you. Today, we're stepping inside your home. Specifically, we're exploring the rapidly expanding world of the smart home devices market.
Yeah, we've been digging into excerpts from smart home devices. $1 trillion market by 2033. It's by Cognitive Market Research. And this report, it lays out an incredible, almost, staggering growth path for these smart technologies. They're truly reshaping homes globally. We're talking everything from, connected appliances you might already have,
Right.
to quite advanced security systems and immersive entertainment setups, the whole package.
So our mission here is to navigate through all these numbers, try to spot the biggest trends, and maybe highlight where the most surprising growth is happening. Some of it might seem a bit counterintuitive. So what does this all really mean for you? And how close are we actually to a truly smart world? Let's unpack it.
Okay, let's start by just setting the stage, the sheer scale of this market. Back in 2021, the global smart home devices market was already pulling in over, $62 billion in revenue, which is, a pretty significant number on its own.
Absolutely.
But here's the really astonishing part. The report projects this market to jump over $162 billion by 2025. And then this incredible leap to over $1 trillion.
A trillion.
Yeah, specifically nearly $1.1 trillion by 2033. We're looking at a compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, hovering around 27%, which is huge. And what's fascinating here, I think, is that this trillion-dollar projection, it isn't just a big number, right? It really signifies a fundamental shift in how we live, how we interact with our homes. This isn't just about like a few smart gadgets or one connected device anymore. The report kind of categorizes it broadly. It covers a whole ecosystem. Imagine, your fridge ordering groceries, your security system using AI to spot anomalies.
Right,
Or your home entertainment just seamlessly integrating with your day. It really indicates our living spaces are becoming these intelligent, interconnected hubs.
Absolutely. It really does paint that picture, doesn't it? Our homes becoming sort of active participants in our lives, not just passive spaces. Okay, so let's zoom in a bit. Where is this explosive growth really concentrated? Let's start with North America. It's consistently been a real powerhouse in the smart home space. The report shows this region's market growing from nearly $14 billion in 2021. Contracted to projected $236 billion by 2033. That's a pretty robust CAGR, over 26%.
Yeah, and if we break that down a bit within North America, the United States clearly dominates just in terms of sheer market size. It's projected to hit over $160 billion by 2033. That's a huge share of the regional market.
But what's particularly interesting, I thought, is that while the U.S. leads in total volume, Canada is actually projected to grow even faster within the region.
That's right.
It's set to scale really rapidly, surging to well over $53 billion by 2033. And Mexico also shows really strong growth, expanding to nearly $23 billion by the same year. So it tells us adoption isn't just, stuck in the largest economy. It's spreading fast across the whole continent.
Okay, let's shift focus. Across the Atlantic now, Europe's smart home market is also seeing a significant evolution.
Yeah.
It generated over $12.5 billion back in 2021, and it's expected to reach an impressive $214 billion by 2033. That's with a healthy CAGR too, nearly 27%. So very similar growth rate to North America, actually. It shows this widespread embrace of smart tech across pretty diverse economies over there.
And within Europe, it's kind of a fascinating patchwork, isn't it? Lots of strong performances. The UK really stands out. It's got one of the strongest KGRs in Europe, projected to reach over $47 billion by 2033. Then Germany is right there, too. Its market's growing to over $52 billion by 2033. That makes it Europe's largest single market.
Right.
And you've got other major economies like France, Italy, Russia, all projected to reach tens of billions. And even countries like Spain, Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Luxembourg. They start smaller but show really impressive growth paths, all pushing into the multi-billions by 2033.
Yeah, but here's where it gets, for me, really interesting, the rest of Europe segment. So this isn't about the big names you usually hear about, right? It's the combined smaller markets, often the emerging ones across the continent. This collective group is showing just exceptional growth. It's projected to skyrocket from just over $400 million in 2021, according to nearly $11 billion by 2033. That's an impressive TAGR. It exceeds 31%. It really highlights significant untapped potential and maybe emerging opportunities where smart home solutions are addressing perhaps unique local needs, like energy efficiency in certain climates or maybe more accessible security options.
That truly is a standout figure, 31% CAGR. Okay, now let's talk about the real heavyweight in the smart home arena, Asia Pacific. This is already the largest regional market overall, clocked in at over $25 billion in 2021. And it's expected to more than double to nearly $65 billion by 2025, before skyrocketing, and that's the word for it, to an incredible $432 billion by 2033.
Almost $500 billion.
Yeah, nearly half a trillion. Makes it by far the largest global market.
And within Asia Pacific, China leads the way. In terms of market size, anyway, its market's rising from over $9 billion to a projected $160 billion by 2033. Huge numbers. Japan also maintains a really strong presence, expected to reach over $82 billion by 2033. So these two giants, they really illustrate the sheer scale of adoption in the region.
But here's a real standout performer, and maybe one of the most compelling stories in the whole report, India. This is where we see some of the most impressive acceleration, just incredible growth. Starting around $3.5 billion dollars in 2021, it's projected to soar to an astonishing nearly $68 billion dollars by 2033.
68 billion. Wow.
Yeah, and that's an incredible CGR of over 28%. That is the highest country CGR cited in this entire report.
28%. That's huge.
It really suggests maybe a leapfrogging phenomenon, where consumers kind of bypass older tech and jump straight to smart solutions, driven by what? A young, tech-savvy population, increasing digital connectivity?
Makes sense. And while those are the giants, China, Japan, India, there are other significant contributors in the region, too. You've got South Korea, Australia, Singapore, the broader Southeast Asia region, Taiwan. All of these markets are projected to reach multi-billions, some even tens of billions, by 2033. Each one showing robust double-digit growth, really contributing to APAC's overall dominance.
This growth really is widespread, isn't it? It illustrates smart homes aren't just some niche trend for the wealthy. Let's continue our global tour. Just noting how pervasive this boom really is. Okay, South America. The market there was valued at over $3 billion in 2021. Expected to hit nearly $52 billion by 2033.
Another big jump.
Yeah. Brazil leads the charge there, growing to over $23 billion by 2033. But we also see strong multi-billion-dollar contributions from Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Chile. It indicates a really significant regional uptick. Okay, moving to the Middle East. This region also shows strong momentum. Recorded over $3.6 billion in 2021, projected to reach nearly $70 billion by 2033. Saudi Arabia is a key player, expected to contribute over $26 billion by 2033. While the UAE, that stands out with one of the highest KGRs in the Middle East, projected to reach nearly $15 billion.
$15 billion from the UAE, impressive.
And Turkey, Egypt, Qatar are also showing substantial growth, contributing to this regional surge.
Yeah, and here's that crucial insight again for the Middle East. It's just like in Europe, the rest of Middle East segment, so the smaller or emerging economies there. This group is demonstrating, well, immense potential, an impressive KGR of over 30%, growing from just $166 million in 2021 to nearly $4 billion by 2033.
Another 30+% CGR.
Right. It highlights this rapid embrace of smart solutions in these developing markets, maybe driven by a young, digitally native population, or specific needs around, say, energy management or security in rapidly urbanizing areas.
Makes sense. And finally, let's talk about Africa. This is truly one of the fastest growing regions globally. The market stood at nearly $3.5 billion in 2021 and is projected to surge to over $94 billion by 2033. That achieves the highest overall regional CGR, nearly 30%.
Highest regional growth.
Yeah. Nigeria plays a leading role, increasing to over $36 billion by 2033. South Africa also performs impressively, projected to reach over $41 billion by 2033.
But the most impressive growth, maybe in the entire report, comes from the rest of Africa segment. Again, this collective of emerging African markets shows the highest CGR globally, almost 31%.
31%.
Yeah. Starting from just under $500 million in 2021, it's projected to reach over $16 billion by 2033. It just reflects immense opportunities and a rapid embrace of smart home tech across the continent. It really signifies that this smart home revolution, it isn't just for established economies. It's truly a global phenomenon, adapting to really diverse needs.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening? It means the smart home market isn't just expanding. It's undergoing this immense, seemingly inevitable transformation. It's heading towards becoming a multi-trillion-dollar industry by 2033. The sheer scale of these numbers, I mean, when we talk about over $1 trillion in less than a decade, it paints a really clear picture of the future. Our homes are just evolving right before our eyes.
Exactly. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, this isn't merely about, buying more gadgets. It's driven by these underlying tech advancements,
Hmm.
AI, the Internet of Things, automation,
IoT, yeah.
these are fundamentally reshaping how our living spaces function, making them more intuitive, more secure, more efficient. And what's fascinating here, something the report strongly highlights, is that remarkable uptake in emerging markets, especially with those rest categories showing some of the highest KGRs we saw.
Right, those were the standouts.
Yeah, it's just not a developed world phenomenon anymore. It's a
And
global shift.
yeah.
And it suggests that innovation in this space is going to become increasingly diverse, coming from places we might not expect.
This deep dive really helps you understand the powerful forces shaping the future of our homes and, well, indeed our cities too. It's kind of a shortcut to being well informed about a rapidly evolving sector that's going to touch all of our lives, perhaps sooner than we think.
Yeah, the data clearly shows smart home devices aren't just a luxury anymore. They're becoming integral to how we live, how we work, how we manage our personal spaces, all driven by relentless tech advancements that are thankfully democratizing access to these technologies as well.
And what's particularly thought-provoking here, I think, is that while, yes, the US, China, Europe lead in sheer market size, the fastest growth rates are often found in what the report calls these emerging markets or the rest of regions segments. So this raises an important question for you to consider. As these often less developed markets leapfrog older technologies, what unique innovations and user needs might emerge from them? Needs that could fundamentally reshape the global smart home landscape in ways we haven't even imagined yet.